PCW, and welcome back to Velocity. It is week 4 on the road to Money in the Bank. Last week on Chaos, we saw a lot go down, and after the events of Velocity week 3 before House of Horrors, well, you know, there was a lot that went down there too, and tonight we're going to see a nice continuation of that here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Making her way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, Joyce Carter!
Well, we're kicking it off with a bang tonight. Joyce Carter arrives onto the scene. She's got a match tonight against Keely Judoshi, and that's a big one. Joyce Carter's definitely on the uprise. She had some decent matches lately, some decent performances, and we know it was House of Horrors. She ended up beating Kagetsu for the Women's Championship after winning a Contenders Battle Royale to do so, and she did okay. I think there's definitely a big skill gap and there's definitely a lot to learn, but we got another champ here tonight. It's again a Velocity champion and Keely Judoshi, global champion of the women's division of this brand. Joyce Carter's got a lot to prove. She's got a lot on her plate and she's got a lot coming up. Definitely some steps forward she could take, and this could aid, and I guess it could aid in the process. You never know. Keely Judoshi, though, she is no slouch. A member of MAVU, the Velocity Women's Global Champion, arrives onto the scene.
And her opponent from Kyoto, Japan, the Women's Global Champion.
Well, Keely Judoshi certainly has a lot on her plate as well. Now the champion, she's got to worry about a couple things, and one of those things is Shannon Rhodes. She wants the rematch, she wants to come back and take what she believes was stolen from her, and I can't blame her. After what happened at WrestleMania Year 4, I think it was the involvement of Kira Dave that ended up costing Shannon Rhodes. I 100% understand the want for a rematch, and I think eventually she's gonna get it. She's pushing for that pass. She's continuing to try and build up to it, and well, Joyce Carter gonna try to stake her claim before Shannon Rhodes can. The quick ring the bell. We are underway to start off Velocity Week 4. Oh my God! And already, Keely Judoshi taunting Joyce Carter. Keely's got a lot of experience in this business. She's been around since year 1. She's even teamed up with Kagetsu, the very woman that recently beat Joyce Carter at the pay-per-view. Roll up back and forth, a cover by Keely this time. Joyce gonna turn this around. Back slide attempt for a shocking victory and a kick out by Keely Judoshi. We lock up again and already pushed against the ropes. I should mention that this is a non-title, oh my goodness, this is a non-title match. No championship on the line. I feel like that would have made Shannon Rhodes very mad if there was a championship on the line. Hopefully I didn't accidentally say it was in the intros. I don't believe I did, but if I did, my fault, OG. Not a title match. Super kick attempt, awarded by Keely. Judoshi with the roundhouse right to the side of the head. Joyce just aced it and lands a German on the champion. Carter's got a lot of fight. She's got a lot of power. We've seen it in her matches against Rachel Stone in the past, and Kira Dave most recently, and a ton of variety of different opponents. Even some as Gracie Lewis, we've seen her do very well against opponents like that. And a kick out by Keely Judoshi. Joyce Carter has a surprisingly hard-hitting style. But Keely Judoshi is very, very smart. And insecurity down goes Joyce. Rolls to the outside. Keely's gonna take advantage of that. Bang! Barreling over the top to take out Joyce Carter. Keely back on the apron and into the ring. Joyce Carter is finding herself kind of in no man's land right now. Coming off of a tough victory against, a tough loss against Kagetsu at House of Horrors, and now having to find her placement again. She's probably trying to wonder where she belongs. And a beautiful shooting star by Keely Chidoshi. A cover by the champion and a kick out by Carter. Not only is she trying to find her footing again, she's trying to find a path forward. And I believe for a young and upcoming, I might be a young and upcoming rookie in Joyce Carter, I think she's got some path. There's never a shortage of direction for her to take, and one of those could be Money in the Bank coming up soon. A cover by Keely and a kick out by Carter. With Money in the Bank, obviously, like I said, coming up soon, you have to wonder if Joyce Carter's got her eyes set on that. Could definitely be a turning point with Joyce Carter. Bang! Knocker a smash down to the floor. A cover by Keely and a kick out by Carter. Joyce is quite resilient too. I've seen her get out of some sticky situations in the past. And Keely off the rope, coming in for a Shinobi Crab. But hold on a minute. Here we go for the top. Joyce tries for that point. Nirvana. Keely with them on a counter. Bang! Covered for the win. No, a kick out at two. What was I telling you about the resilience? That would end most matches, but Joyce went for a high-risk move and certainly was not rewarded. It was quite the opposite. A Shinobi crash. Very dangerous. Can be out of nowhere. Joyce with the knees to the spine to avoid Keely Chidoshi's move in the corner. Keely shoved up against the rope. Now it's Joyce Carter's turn. Bang! Hero's Promise! It comes out of nowhere for the win! It's a finisher set with a kick out by Keely Chidoshi. You know, the champion certainly isn't going to fall very easily, but Joyce Carter might have deceived the odds on the apron. Watch out for that! Oh no! Avoided. Keely moves out of the way. Beautiful swing blade off the springboard. And a double swing moonsault. Keely, athletic as ever. Sometimes I forget she can do that. Back up to their feet. Keely. Oh my goodness! Inoichi Slice. That certainly is one of the most unique moves I've ever seen in this woman's moveset. Keely Chidoshi looking for another Shinobi Crab with a super kick by Joyce. And another one, Keely. Turned around. And a pointed Rana. Joyce laying in the beat down on the top. Looking for a front dog right to the midsection of Keely Chidoshi. Shout out Mariko. Joyce was gassed. Gets back to her feet. How much energy does she really have left? She's going to head back to the apron to try again. Off the springboard. Lands it. Forearm across the face. And she could be one step away from a ginormous upset. To start off velocity. Try for a hero promise. Oh my God. And she pays dearly for it. A roundhouse kick crashing right across her face. We might need surgery after that one. Over and over in the corner, Keely. To the body of Joyce Carter. Off the rope with speed. Boom! Back to their feet. Into the corner, Keely. Kicking her again. Straight in the midsection. Wailing away on Joyce Carter. Chopping her down little by little. Bang! Joyce Carter feeling yet another taste of what it's like to go against the top champion. It was Kagetsu the first time this year. Now it's Keely Chidoshi's turn. Keely puts her up high. Chidoshi heading up to the top. Hurricane Rana position. Turns around. Keely. Wait, call by Joyce. Oh my God! Then a powerbomb! What a counter by Carter! What a kick out at two! Keely stays alive. What a counter though. Joyce Carter out of nowhere turning this tide back into her favor. Into the corner. Not a whole lot of energy left in Joyce. You can see it in the way she's moving. to the opposite corner. Joyce Carter with some speed. Right across the jaw. Look at this. Shout out Elijah. But oh my goodness. Kaylee Judoshi with a drop kick. It looked like she was going for Solaris. Elijah Carter's finisher. Runs in the family, but apparently sort of getting drop kicked in the liver. Off the rope, Keely. Oh my God! Caught out of nowhere! What the hell? Joyce Carter with Kaylee back to her feet. Once again, could be looking for that hero promise. Never mind. The outside of the ring, Carter runs in. Tornado DDT! Joyce Carter taking out the champion. Oh my God, perhaps, you know what? That's why she didn't go for it. She knows it's not gonna be enough, so she's gonna try even worse. Oh my God! What the hell? Kira Jade! Holy Jesus, what the hell was that? The match is over, Emerald Reaver! Another member of Matthew stepping in when things started to seem dangerous for Judoshi. Oh. Kaylee doesn't seem to like that. She didn't want her help. She didn't need her help. She didn't ask for that. Oh, run! Run! Oh my Jesus Lord! Cat Easley comes out of nowhere and she's taking her down and she's cornered. Where are you gonna go now? Trying to get out of it. There was nowhere for her to go. Easley also looking for revenge of her own. Oh my God, it's going Shannon Road! It is all out pandemonium outside the ring! There's revenge on all sorts flying around. Easley, Joyce, Shannon Road. This match is already over, but you know the story is far from it. She might just be the mastermind behind it all. Well, a date has been set between Damian and Thorsten later tonight on Velocity. Gonna be interesting to see how that all unfolds, considering the ever-brewing rivalry between the two squads, all in the effort to try and get those titles away from the party zone. But as we continue on the night, on the road to Money in the Bank, you know what's gotta happen. It's Money in the Bank contender.
One fall, making her way to the ring from Charlottesville, Virginia, Nancy.
We got back-to-back Money in the Bank contender matches coming up, two of which involve the Crables. Nancy Crable will be first up against Mariko for a spot in Money in the Bank. And after this, we will have a match between Brenda Crable and Yumiko Lee, once again for a spot inside of Money in the Bank. I can't imagine Brenda Crable's going to be in the match. I seriously doubt Yumiko. I seriously doubt you see Yumiko Lee. If that happens, I'll sell my house. I won't do that. This one's gonna be a little tougher though. I think Nancy Crable is a far better competitor than Brenda Crable. The only problem is going against Mariko, one of the hottest new stars coming up on the main roster here, affiliated with Smile. I guess you could call it a best friend of Mariko. Are they best friends or are they acquaintances? I don't know, but they're close. Both from Poland.
And her opponent from Olesinka, Poland,
Mariko has become one of the most dangerous members of that group, although they're only, well, damn, I'm used to saying 3 members, but there's 4 now. Led by Eriko, second in command, Franco Nash. Honorary second in command, Mariko. I don't really know how that works. And then there's the newest member of Smile, Matthew Cage. We saw how that all unfolded on at House of Horrors when Matthew Cage made his decision off of Franco Nash's little little conversations with him, we'll call it that. And he made his decision. He messed up the match between Yokozu and Butch, and he made his way into Smile as member number 4. But it makes me wonder, what they go after are the 7 deadly sins. It makes me wonder, now that they have 4 members, are we possibly looking at the 7 heavenly virtues? Time will tell. But there we go. Money to Make contenders match just about to get underway. Flick Rick, ring the bell. We are underway. And already Mariko running in without a single bit of hesitation. She wants to make her way into Money to Make at any means necessary, even if that means making a fool out of Nancy Crable. Off to the spine, already just pummeling Nancy with everything she's got in her arsenal. Bang! Mariko is no slouch. You probably saw enough of it in the entrance, but she is one hell of a competitor. She did very well in the breakout tournament when she had her chance in the Dark Super Show series. Mariko is not somebody to take lightly. Bang! Knee across the face. She also is in the Velocity Women's Intercontinental Championship inaugural tournament to decide who will be the first ever champion. And while that tournament hasn't started and won't start until after Money in the Bank, we know that she's going to be in it. We got the lineup from Robbie Danadu, allowing the competitors to have some time to prepare. Back in the ring goes Nancy Crable. Mariko all offense. Right now, Nancy Crable is yet to even get a little bit of it. Drop kick! With that on to the pile of injuries that Nancy Crable is feeling right now. Pile of pain. It's all mounted up on each other. Mariko just picking apart Nancy Crable. Bang! Scraped across the face. Mariko circling her like a shark that smells blood into the corner. Mariko off the rope with speed, runs in. Oh! Nancy with the knees to the spine, and maybe there's a little bit of life! A drop kick taking out Mariko, and Nancy Crable a chance for a second. Nancy was kicked in the corner over and over again. Crable gonna send her to the other side. Mariko counter. Nancy no corner. Right into the turnbuckle. A deadly nightshade from Nancy Crable. Back to their feet. Nancy gonna send her to the opposite side corner. Crable. Oh, what the? I don't know if that's a smart idea. He tried to piss Mariko off, and it does not work in her favor. It might work for some people to rage bait them, but Mariko, I don't know how easily she can be rage baited. Took it and ran with it and made Nancy Crable pay. To the top rope, Mariko looking to end it. Nancy moves out of the way. Moving palm strike. Nancy Crable. Covered with the win. They're going to money in the face. And Mariko kicks out at 2. Wow. Nancy showing some fight. Uh-oh. Avoids the roundhouse. Avoids the knee. Nancy now. Firing off with the kick. Mariko goes under. And hooks her up. Watch out. Oh my God. To the top. Watch out. Oh my goodness. Mariko with that double foot stomp straight across the ribs. She's off. The money in the face.
Here is your winner,
Either that expected. A little competitor like Mariko. Mayo has got quite the dangerous asset on their hands. Seeing what Mariko is able to do in all of her past matches, I start to get very worried for that tournament that we're going to see coming up after Money in the Bank, heading into Romance Dawn. Mariko might be the favorite going into it, but Yumiko Lee coming out for her match against Brenda Crable. Yumiko Lee is also in the tournament for the Velocity Women's Intercontinental Championship, I do believe. So, that's good for her. Yumiko Lee has got a chance in it as well. I imagine things could go fairly well for her. She has grown so much in the last couple years after leaving the Monarchy, getting her revenge on the Crables, and well, she gets to have another taste of the Crables. That one being Brenda. I'm pretty sure she's already beaten all 3 of them, but if she hasn't, she will now. I'm sure of it. I don't think you're losing to Brenda. And a stare down between Mariko and Yumiko. A potential later round matchup should they both make it through. You gotta wait some time for that one. Here comes her opponent. 1/3 of the Crables. We already saw Nancy take a loss. I'm sure Brenda will be next. After last week on Chaos, I would have bet so.
Charlottesville, Virginia, Brenda!
You know, I say last week like it didn't just come out like a little bit ago. I know this is on the same day. It's happening, alright? Bear with me. But we saw on Chaos, she was in a 2v2v2 contenders match to decide, I guess it was, move somebody up in the rankings. It was the Monarchy, the Crables with June and Brenda, and it was the New Generation. Brenda Crable, for the first half of the match, was really impressive. She was tanking a lot of stuff. I actually believed for a minute, hold on a minute, maybe we're underrating Brenda Crable. And then she became Prime Sin Cara, and did whatever the fuck the second half of that match was. So, I don't know what we're in for here in this matchup, but I guess we'll find out. Giving Maximus King a run for his money. Damn, she bad though. Alright, we are underway. Yumiko Lee, Brenda Crable, Slick Rick, Ring the bell. We are underway. And oh, wow! Already! Yumiko Lee with the boot across the face. No time wasted whatsoever. Yumiko's trying to make short work of Brenda Crable, but Brenda's not going to make it as easy as it seems. Moving out of the way of the Senton. A right hand, Yumiko was able to counter. And back and forth we go. Yumiko and Brenda exchanging blows back and forth. Who's going to get the better of who? Brenda with a kick to the legs. Big right hand. Brenda Crable. Once again, first half of the match, not too shabby from Brenda. Same thing that happened last time. And in the corner, Brenda with a forearm. Yumiko moved out of the way and cluster with a giant lariat across the face. Yumiko Lee sending her to the opposite corner. A huge knee. And why not throw a bulldog on top of it? Brenda, though, counters by pushing her away. Not going to make it so easy on Yumiko. Time for that firearm. Yumiko moves out of the way. Hooked her up. It's a face. Right across the face. Oh, good God. Yumiko Lee. Bang. No, bruh. Really? Really? On the win. Yumiko Lee knocked the money in the bank. You know, the story stays consistent. First half of the match, not so bad. Second half of the match, I don't know what she was doing. At least she didn't botch. But good God almighty. Prediction came true. At least I keep my house. I don't think anybody's surprised about that, though. Yumiko Lee on her way to Money in the Bank. Another Crable goes down. All that's left is June Crable. Well, isn't that just fantastic news from big fan to Logan Freeman? Robbie Xanadu saw what went down and he's not going to stand for it. That match has essentially been rectified. The titles are not unified. Logan Freeman is still the True Velocity Men's Global Champion. Maximus King still the interim. And I'm sure that means there will be a rematch coming up very soon.
Making his way to the ring from Carson City, Nevada, weighing in at 248 pounds, Damien!
Well, in other news, like we saw earlier tonight, we saw Thorsten and Damien set up a match here. One-on-one, the Ascendants and the Warriors of Odin tearing at each other's throats little by little, and Damien's gonna try to stake his claim there against the Warriors of Odin, specifically on here Thorsten. They keep calling him a bug. Dude, he looks like a bug. Dude, he really do look like a bug. He looks like a bug or a COVID virus. He looks like a little bit of both. Well, he used to be a baddie. What happened? But with Angelica and Kane by his side tonight, what is in store here for the Ascendant? You know, Thorsten having Big Joe by his side is not going to make things very easy for anybody that isn't named the Warriors of Odin. Banger theme though. But we know, like I said earlier, both teams on the warpath to try and get a tag team title opportunity 2-on-2 against TPV. And at House of Horrors, that was not the case. It was a 2v2v2 match, and TPV ended up walking out the winner and the champion. Then, of course, Cole Price is currently taking a little bit of time off to rest that injury, and it's not too severe. He'll be back probably right by Romance Dawn, maybe a little bit before. You don't have to wait too long, but TPV right now is just waiting to see who's going to step up and be their next contenders.
Big Joe from Valhalla, weighing in at 236 pounds.
Thorsten and Big Joe are trying to be those people that end up facing TPV for the Tag Team Championship. Could be at Romance Dawn, could be later. It all depends on what goes down between the Ascendants and Warriors of Odin over the next bunch of weeks here. And this is the first of most likely many. I'm interested to see what goes down, because man, they really are building something quite dangerous here. But I am enjoying every second of it. It is chaotic, it is fun, and it is hectic. And that only continues tonight. Damien and Thorsten are underway, and already we're trading blows in the center of the ring. No time wasted. There's a lot of hatred being built, and I can't really blame them. Oh, the Joes are getting involved all the time in the past. Big Joe fucking splashing her through the announce table. I can't even explain to you how that man is moving like that. But Damien with the upper hand early. A huge headbutt a few moments ago. And back and forth we go again. Right hand by Thorsten. Big rolling elbow. And now Thorsten is the one who stands over top of Damien. Almost egging him on. Look at Big Joe once again. Clothesline by Thorsten and a rolling elbow. Little combo off the back of Big Joe getting his hands dirty. And you know that's going to be a strategy they utilize a lot. Heading up into the corner. Thorsten with the clothesline to Damien. And now just thumped a mud hole in him. Thorsten with his eyes on the target. Lift them up. Lift them down. Damien rolling to the rope, trying to create some distance between the two, but Thorsten just laying into him. Grabs him up, looking for a flapjack on the rope. Hold on, Damien with a big DDT to counter. It's not going to be so easy. Damien's got a lot of precision in his moveset. Post the eagle emoji if you caught that reference. Oh my goodness! Flying through the sky, Damien landing right on top of Thorsten. This is awesome indeed. These two putting on a great show so far. Back in the ring we go. Damien will follow after Thorsten. He's going to head to the top rope actually. Damien from up high, but Thorsten tried to knock him off. Damien was able to leave. Thorsten caught him! Overhead belly to belly. Back to a vertical base again. Into the corner again. Thorsten laying in the right. Over and over again on Damien. 6 in a row. Off the ropes with speed. Thorsten with a huge knee. Hold on a minute. Damien's able to counter. Now it's Damien's turn. More clothesline. Crushing the face and chest of a brewing rival. Damien got him back to his team from behind this time. Thorsten counters the back suplex out of midair. Uh-oh, hooks him up, watch out! Thorsten hits him! Covered by Thorsten for the win. Damien kicks out at 2. Damien trying to roll away. Create some distance on the apron, but he's only rolling into enemy territory. Thorsten will take advantage, hooks him up from the apron, and exploder suplex! Wow! What power from one half of the Warriors of Odin. Big Joe's been getting all the spotlight lately, and Thorsten wanted some spotlight for himself, and I will certainly say he is getting it. What a performance he's putting on tonight. corner. Look at that weight knee. Right across the side of the head. Damian firing up. He's got everybody on his side. He looks to end it with the ascendant cross. Thorsten caught him though. He hits him up again. Thorsten blitz. Oh my God. What a move. Could that end things here? What a warrior in the morning to take the win, but no. Damian kicks out and Thorsten can't believe it. What a match. Thorsten cracked him across the dome with the right. Circling. Oh, hey, Angelico Lopez. It's a little bit of karma back the other way. Damian flips him over his head. Face first he goes. You get what you asked for. Damian all the way up high. Big knee across Thorsten. And he's gonna go up again. It's like he's mimicking Big Joe. Big elbow. I don't know if it'll be much more effective than Joe, but it'll certainly plant the thought in Thorsten's head. Look at him, he's going up again. Thorsten's back up. Oh my goodness. Knocking him off the top rope. And now Thorsten just starts to beat him. Stomping him out. Over and over again and dropping the elbow across the spine of Damian. He's gonna hook him up again for another one down to the floor. Now he's got him by the leg. Thorsten hooks him up again. Plants him with a powerbomb. It is all Thorsten at the moment, just when it seemed like Damian was getting the upper hand. Thorsten from behind grabs him up and plants him again. Damian in deep, deep trouble. As Kane and Angelico watch on, they be worried. But they believe in Damian, and there's the reason why. Damian, a kick to the midsection on the counter. The ascendant cross. Damian nails it. Thorsten in a lot of trouble. Oh, look on the outside. Big Joe making his move when it bleeds. But no! Damian! Soaring through the sky! He was not going to let Big Joe go after Angelico Lopez! Oh, hey! Joe's still getting along! Hey! Big Joe! What about in the ring? Ref! Oh my God! Big Joe! Oh, he's gonna DQ him! Damian groin first on the barricade is called off! But Angelico Lopez is not going to let it stand! The clothesline, and Kane will get involved with some help. A forearm to the giant. Trying to triple team him. Big Joe shakes them off, and Thorsten's there to make it work. Stomping out. Damian and Kane gonna come to the rescue. But look out for the bomb. Oh my God. Big Joe barreling through everybody. Sends him back in the ring. The match is already long over. Yet another no contest. I mean, I guess it was kind of a DQ. Wait for the ascendant! And Damian's gonna make it even worse! A forearm out of midair! And Big Joe's got him, hold him out to safety. The ascendants win the match by disqualification. But at what cost? The Warriors of Odin are firmly in the head of the Ascendant. And that could come back to bite them. The Ascendant stand tall, just barely. it is super nice to see Zoe Ball back, even though she, even though she's a little airheaded, but we all love that. As we continue on, it is our main event of the night, a #1 contenders match to face Devin Lynn. Not a Money in the Bank, though, and Romance Dawn.
The following contest is a 5-woman battle royal. Making her way to the ring from Australia, Jaden Rivera.
Jaden Rivera, the first of 5 entrants tonight to determine the #1 contender, the Devin Lynn Championship. It is as follows: Jaden Rivera is in this match, Commander Amanda, Yumiko Lee, Mariko, who are both running double duty. I totally forgot to mention that earlier when they had their Money to Make contenders match, but Mariko and Yumiko are running double duty tonight. It does happen sometimes. Not entirely uncommon, but they got some stamina. They're gonna be against the they're gonna be in some trouble though, I'll tell you that. It is not an easy task to do, double duty, but we'll see how that fares. So yes, it is Jaden, Amanda, Yumiko, Mariko, and a mystery opponent who we do not know the details of yet. It has been kept secret until this very moment. We do not know who that fifth competitor is.
From Moscow, Russia, Amanda!
You know, ironically, if Amanda started doing the rear view, she'd probably win more matches, but we're gonna leave it at that. Commander Amanda! She's seemingly in every battle royale. Is that just me? I feel like she is. But nonetheless, there's a reason. She's very skilled, very scary. She creates a story. And with that being the case, Jaden Rivera is at an extreme mismatch here, as I feel like almost everybody is. Because Commander Amanda is so goddamn tall. The only way that somebody's gonna match her in terms of strength is if the mystery opponent is like a Kemi Kobayashi. We saw how that went in the Dark Super Show series, so I don't know. Or Danielle Garcia. Rest in peace to my goat. Our goat. Let me rephrase that. I remember when she lifted her. I think it was like what, Super Showdown year 4 or something like that. It was insane. She fucking lifted her. She was throwing her around like she was a ragdoll. And Yumiko Lee enters the scene tonight.
From Beverly Hills
again. We saw her win not long ago against Brenda Crable. And well, she's back again. Not only does she have a chance in Money in the Bank now, she's in the match, but she also has a chance at the Velocity Women's Championship. And that would be huge for anybody. Not only to be in Money in the Bank, but to also have a chance at a championship. And not only that, Yumiko also had the chance against in the Intercontinental Inaugural Tournament, whatever the hell I just said. The one that's gonna happen at Romance Dawn. So Yumiko Lee theoretically could win Money in the Bank, could win this match to face Devin Lynn, and could win the tournament to become the inaugural Velocity Women's Intercontinental Champion. She could be a double champion with Money in the Bank. That is entirely theoretically what could happen. But also, the same thing applies to Mariko, who won their Money in the Bank contenders match earlier tonight against Nancy Crable. She is also in the tournament, and she also has a chance to compete against Devin Lynn for the title. How insane would either of those theoretical things be? My goodness. A triple champion, potentially, from either of them.
From Olesinga, Poland, Marko!
I don't think we have ever had a triple champion in PCW. I think it's only ever been double champion. I mean, obviously, it's not common at all for triple champions anywhere, but, you know, will there ever be a first ever triple champion? I'm sure somebody's got to do it. And I'm almost shocked that it's not Kagetsu. But Mariko once again running double duty just like Yumiko Lee in a night on Velocity. For a chance to compete against Devin Lynn at Romance Dawn for the Velocity Women's Championship. What a match that would be for either of these 4 competitors so far. There's a story with all of them. Villain versus villain. Mariko and Devin Lynn. A hero versus a villain, Yumiko Lee and Devin Lynn. A giant versus Devin Lynn would be insane as well, Commander Amanda. And of course there's the ultimate underdog, Jaden Rivera versus Devin Lynn. Would be quite a story in itself. But there was one more story to be told, and it is whoever competitor number 5 turns out to be here in just a moment. Lila Kim is mystery opponent number 5. What a shocker! For Velocity debut! In year 3, she did debut in PCW. It was on Chaos. She was on Chaos for over a year and a half. And finally, makes her way to Velocity for a change of pace. Former United States champion, now global champion, held by Kiara Carter. Right now, she had quite a run with it, taking out June Quavo on Mania Year 3 to do so. And Lila Kim making her Velocity debut, looking for a chance against Devin Lynn for the Velocity Women's Championship. What a surprise. I am satisfied. I am a big Lila Kim fan, I will admit. And this is going to be quite a step battle royale. But of course, you know the rules. Over the top rope to eliminate. Oh, he must touch the outside floor. And, well, I think everybody's capable of winning this thing. And Commander Amanda's going to be a dangerous one. And Jada Rivera tried punching her. It didn't work in her favor. Amanda just ate it and stared her down. He didn't like a single second of that. Lila Kim going to try to challenge the Giant. But Amanda just ate it again. Look at her. Yumiko Lee tried to counter. Lila tried to move away. Amanda catches her. She is just mauling anybody in her path. Double team. There it is. Lila and Yumiko working together. But not for long. Every woman for herself. Doesn't matter how it's done as long as somebody wins the match. No disqualification either. So if you want to explode the turnbuckle, you got it. If you want to go under the bottom rope and grab a weapon, you can. You through Mariko takes out Yumiko Lee. Watch out, Amanda. Hold on, Lila Kim, who just debuted on Velocity, but she's able to get out of the powerbomb from all the way up high. Lila with a big clothesline. Yumiko Lee tried to hit her with the forearm. Lila Kim was able to avoid it. Now big right. Down goes Jada Rivera, and another one to Yumiko Lee. Big Meteora. From behind, Lila Kim's got her up again! Bang! Big back suplex. That takes a lot of power to do that to Commander Amanda of all people. Now I want to see her hit a military press, Daniel Garcia style. Pretty sure Danny did kind of mentor her into a better position. So, that would be part of it at least. Mariko taking out Commander Amanda. Dana takes out Yumiko Lee! And a huge footstep from all the way up high, taking out Commander Amanda. Lila goes after Jada Rivera. Has her up in a position looking for that Hawaiian drop to the floor. Amanda sent to the outside. Mariko looking for an elimination here. Trying to push her out. A right hand. Amanda hangs on. And a drop kick. She is out. Mariko. The first elimination of the match. Bang. It's Commander Amanda. We are down to 4. Somebody had to be first, right? Lila avoids the drop kick, sending Mariko into the corner. Kim digging the knees into the midsection of Mariko. And Jaden goes after Yumiko, but she flips out of her back suplex the count. Yumiko Lee sending Jaden over the top rope. Jaden's able to get back in just in time. Before Yumiko Lee can do anything. Mariko takes out Lila Kim. And it's all about pandemonium here so far. Big suplex by Lee. But watch out from behind. Mariko is watching on. Waiting to make her move, and it's right now. Mariko hooks her up. Bang! But Lila Kim hung on. Mariko got her up again! He's just tossing Yumiko around like it's nothing! Leads in a bad way. A Hawaiian drop of 10. Mariko with the big knee to take out Lila Kim. Jaden moved out of the way of an insecurity attempt. A German countered by Mariko. Mariko with a drop kick. Now Yumiko leads her target once more. Dropping her to the floor again. Yumiko cannot escape the wrath of Mariko. Could be a later tournament matchup. We saw it tear down earlier. And Mariko looks to get rid of her. 12 by light. Yumiko eliminates Mariko. She sends her soaring over the top with a huge counter. Watch out, Lila Kim. Eliminates Yumiko. And the crowd does not like it. We are already down to 2. Lila Kim, Jaden Rivera with a right to face Devin Lynn and Roman Dawn. We got a lot of stories coming out of this match. I'm very interested to see what goes down between Mariko and Yumiko, because that seemed a lot more personal than on the surface. But Rivera and Lila trading blows here. Who is going to get the upper hand of the champ and a title? And Roman Dawn, and well, we will not have any triple champions. Oh! Jaden Rivera! Bang! I mean, I guess we still could. There's Jaden Rivera. If she wins this Royale, get the Money in the Bank, and when is she in the tournament? I don't even remember. Jaden, big shot! I think she is, actually. Also, look at the speed! Oh, here we go! Bang! The blockbuster out of the corner! Jaden Rivera with the tag! She made her debut last week. Oh, Velocity! 2 very new debuting stars! One on the main roster and one on Velocity. But Lila Kim's able to avoid elimination, and she's got her up. Bang! Lila Kim taking her out cold. A huge neck breaker. And Jaden Rivera now on the one on the back burner. Lila sends her into the corner. And now she's got her on the top rope. Uh-oh. We've seen this time and time before. You do not want to be hit with this arsenal from Lila Kim. Finish! Fly! All the way from up high. And she's been doing this since her debut back in year 3. Sending Jaden Rivera into the corner again. What is it, you may ask? Why, it's called 4 corners. One superplex of some type from every corner of the ring. And she gets away with it every time. It's so brutal. And it wins her so many matches. Corner number 3. Can Jaden Rivera counter anything here? Lila's got her up top again. Double arm lock right off the top. Only one more corner to go. Oh, Lila Kim's getting feisty. She's been bitter ever since losing that United States Championship to Kiara Carter, and I can't exactly blame her the way that she lost it, but Kiara did vindicate herself and ended up beating her clean at WrestleMania later that year. It was year 4, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. Lila Kim from all the way up high. Spider suplex, 4 corners is a success. Kim from all the way up. Oh my God! What the hell? Lila Kim stabbed her in the face with her knees. What a gun queen earth was that? Lila Kim hooks her up. There it is. Her finishing move. And Jaden Rivera might just be as good as gone. No! Rivera hangs on! After all of that, how? Rivera! Blockbuster connect! The fight in J-Dog is too strong! The Tentament's kicking in! clothesline in the corner. Goes through for another blockbuster. Oh, Lila Kim counter. A super kick right to the chest. Lila Kim makes her pay. Bang. Lila heading all the way up high. Jaden Rivera's in deep, deep trouble. From the heaven. Bang. Meteora once again. Tries again for that finishing DDT, but Jaden Rivera counters this time. And back and forth we go again. It's an all-out brawl here. A mini match at the end of this battle royale. Rivera with a kick to the chest. And Lila with a chop. Jaden goes back with the right and Lila with another chop again. Jaden countered. Lila winning this striking game without a doubt. A right and another chop to Jaden Rivera. Then just gets forearm stunning her. And Lila, wait a minute! Oh my God! Motoring Glenn! She stole Jaden Rivera's finisher! Meteora in the corner. Lila Kim is just almost making light work of Rivera. Another one! And Meteora managed to see a signature of its own. Lila Kim making a goal out of Jaden Rivera. Another neck breaker. What a debut she's having, but coming at the cost of Rivera, the crowd doesn't like it. You can hear the audible boos over the top rope. No! Rivera hangs on again! You gotta be kidding me! Jaden! Motoring Glam! Lander on Lila Kim, and now's the time! Rivera puts her against the rope! Off the top of the elimination! Whoa! Lila! Counter the giant thunder over the top. Rivera just barely hung on! Lila hooks her up again, no! Tries again with a finishing DDT! Jaden gets up to that side! Motoring Glam! He got her again! Mocking Lila Kim! Another motoring cleanse! A taste of her own medicine! Mocking her with tears! Jaden Rivera! And exploder! And Lila Kim is eliminated! Jaden Rivera is the #1 contender at Women's Dawn!
Here's your winner, Jaden Rivera.
What a debut match for Jaden Rivera! And it comes off with a victory! A match against Devin Lynn and Women's Dawn is set! And what a start to her career she's having! Oh no! She just got hit with a fake logo at the end. Devin Lynn interrupting what should have been the end of this show at least. There she is, the champion herself. Wants to get a good look at Jaden Rivera. What, is that even allowed? Can you say that? What the hell? Devin Lynn, not afraid to lay it all out how she sees fit. Not afraid to say whatever comes to her mind. What a match we are scheduled for at Romance Dawn. Thank you all for stopping by.